Hi, and welcome to Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter. I'm your host, Michael Boroff. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you my recap of my adventures down at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, located at the Duke Energy Convention Center in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Unfortunately, UVN wasn't able to do much video work this year. My co-host, partner in crime, Richard Catterjohn, was busy upstairs doing all the video and audio work for the panels, which, by the way, if you got a chance to visit any of the panels, were fantastic. But that poor guy was working so hard. He took care of everything. I got to be there Saturday, was the 14th. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend Friday or Sunday, so guess what? I don't know what happened, but if you were out there and you got a chance to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, please stop by the Underground Video Network page. Let us know what happened. Show us your picture, share, let us know. But like I said, I got to attend Saturday, and when I arrived there, Richard was already upstairs hard at work working on the panels. Some of the panels that I got to sit in this year included the David Yost panel, who you may remember as the original Blue Ranger from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Also, there was the Lord of the Rings panel, which I did not get to sit through, with Billy Boyd and Craig Parker. There was also the Marina, I always say her name wrong, Marina Sirtis panel, Counselor Troy from the Star Trek The Next Generation, which, by the way, that was fantastic. That was an incredible, she was just a delight. And finally, the last panel that I got to attend was my all-time favorite one. It was the So You Want to Be a Voiceover Actor panel. And let me tell you who sat in on that one. First of all, there was Debbie Derryberry, who I got the chance to meet. She was just a delight. You may know her as the voice of Jimmy Neutron. Also, there was Richard Horowitz, whose voiceover credits just go on and on. He was in the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Ben 10, Kick Buttowski. What he's most known for right now is for his voice as Invader Zim. Now, you can't have Invader Zim without his sidekick, Gurr, who was voiced by Ricky Simmons, who was there at the panel also. But for me, my personal favorite of this panel was the incredible Rob Paulsen. Now, you may be asking yourself, who's Rob Paulsen? Well, I was lucky enough to interview this man, and that'll answer your question. Now, I do have to warn you, we totally went underground this year at the convention. Like I said, warning, the audio isn't that great, which is ironic considering that I'm interviewing one of the most talented voiceover actors ever. Turn up your computer a little bit. I did get a chance to look over it. You can hear, and you will enjoy it. So, check it out.
Hi, Mike here for Underground Video Network's Behind the Counter here at Cincinnati Comic Expo 2013. If you watch the show, you know that we've gone to a lot of comic book conventions. I've talked a lot. Nothing has prepared me for this. I have with me the legendary Rob Paulsen. Now, to look at him, you might not know him off first glimpse, but let me answer that question with the question. Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Well, I think so, Doctor. But if Ann B. Davis and Susan B. Anthony, then who'd be Arthur?
Narf. That's right. This is the legendary voice talent, Rob Paulsen. Oh man, let's go through the list.
Yeah, go on. Hello, nurse.
Carl Weezer.
Yeah, Carl Weezer and Jimmy Neutron.
Not one, but two Generation Ninjas.
Right, I was Raphael in the original Ninja Turtles, and now I'm Donatello on the new Ninja Turtles. Go figure, we got a two-time turtle right here with Dr. Mike.
there were so many things going on Saturday that it was hard to keep track of where everything was going on, what was happening. So much was going on that day. It was phenomenal. There was a gigantic Lego display in the back that was phenomenal. It was one of the greatest Lego displays I have ever seen. I got a chance to run into some old friends. I got a chance to meet some new friends. This year I got to debut my 10th Doctor costume, specifically the 10th Doctor from that famous scene in the End of Time with the hat and the lei. There you go. If you may or may not have noticed before that I am a little obsessed with Doctor Who. Just a smidge. One of the big highlights for me was not only did I get to see and touch and stand in and have pictures taken next to one TARDIS, but I got the chance to see two TARDISes. Two TARDISes. And a Dalek. Oh man, to just be there. And that was one of the great things about going to conventions like this, is meeting other people in costume and showing how much support you have for your fandom and how much you love something. It was phenomenal. I met so many great people in so many costumes. It was just an incredible time. And speaking of costumes, another highlight for me of the Cincinnati Comic Expo was the costume contest. I love costume contests. This one was judged by the famous cosplayers Miracle Burns and Chris Burns. They were just a delight. They did a great job of judging, and they kept the crowd going. It was phenomenal. Like I said before, it was just a great costume contest. It was to see how much hard work everybody put into everything. It's just a level of dedication that just astounds you. And also too, with the costume contest, I got a chance to meet and talk to, because I've met her before, I got a chance to interview the first prize winner of the novice division of the adult costume contest. Check it out.
Mike here for Underground Video Network, still at the Cincinnati Comic Expo 2013. And one of the things I love about coming to these conventions is the people that I get to meet. Here is the lovely Haley Scott, who I had the pleasure of meeting last year. Haley is by far one of the hardest working women that I know. Between modeling, acting, the cosplay. Sweetie, where do you find the time?
It's difficult. I work like 5 o'clock in the morning, so I take my nap and then I just work after that.
Now this is a fantastic costume. Not only is this a matter of my opinion that this is a fantastic costume, but stay tuned to the network here. You'll see our coverage of the costume contest panel that Miss Costume just happened to have won. Not second or third place, but first place. So tell me, what was the preparation of this costume?
A lot of hot glue and a lot of leaves. I'm assuming, I think there's like 300 leaves.
Each one of these was put on?
Each one, individually.
That's why she got first place, because it's that level of detail. That I would have just green, I'm good.
Good to go.
Good to go. Or, go to Goodwill.
Goodwill's awesome.
So not only are you a fantastic costume player, but you do modeling too.
Yes, I do. I do a little bit here and there. Now I'm trying to get to cosplay modeling. I hope to sell posters, hopefully.
Well, I already know because I followed you for a long time, but is there a Facebook page or a fan site that I read for our followers?
Yes, it's Comic-Con Cutie Haley. It's Hailey.
So go ahead and check it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, as I said earlier, when I got there, we didn't get to shoot much video, so everything that I did get to shoot, both of those interviews were on my camera, which takes phenomenal stills. The audio, like I said, we went underground this year. It was both those interviews were spur of the moments, didn't think they were going to happen, but I could not pass them up. I hope you enjoyed them. But as I said earlier, the reason for us going underground with those videos was Richard was upstairs videotaping the panels, which you can see on our website. both undergroundvideo.com and our Facebook page. That man has been working so hard. He's already got, as of today, as I'm filming this, 3 or 4 of them up already, and you owe it to yourself to check these out. They were phenomenal. And also too, what you can find on our Facebook page is all the photographs that I have taken during the con, and believe me, I'm a much better photographer than I am a videographer. That's what we have Richard for. God bless that man, he works so hard. We hope you enjoyed everything that we've gotten to cover from Cincinnati Comic Expo. You really owe it to yourself, if you didn't get to make it this year, to make an effort to make it next year. And if you did get to come this year, just more reasons for you to come next year. I would like to take this chance to say thank you to everyone who made Cincinnati Comic Expo this year the huge success that it was, and we will definitely see you there next year.